So I've just watched this video by James Smith PT. It's called Meal Plans Are a Con, Here's Why. And in it, he says,
it's obviously a money grab. If anyone's offering you a meal plan, they're doing it, they're just selling all of you the same thing. We don't agree with it.
Now, being an online coach and personal trainer myself, I wanted to reply to this. Now, first of all, I do like James Smith. I think he's a good personality. He spreads positive messages for the fitness industry, can be quite polarizing, but all in all, I do agree with a lot of what he says, but this I have to disagree with. So the gist of the video is, he says that it's better to track calories than to have a meal plan. Now, I don't know whether he's talking about whether your diet is geared more towards fat loss or muscle gain or overall strength and health and fitness, but generally it seems that he's probably talking about fat loss. Now, he is right in saying that diets like chicken, broccoli, cans of tuna, they're gonna get old quite quick, and while they might produce results, they're going to drive you insane, send your cravings flying through the roof. But James here, he's talking about a very specific, deprivative kind of meal plan. Now, personally, when I take on a new client, I give them an initial questionnaire to fill out. On that questionnaire, there's a question that says, how would you prefer to work? On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being rough guidelines, 5 being quite strict. So I guess you can equate that to calorie counting and meal plan, and that's generally what I do. And in the middle, it might be macro tracking. Between there, you've got meal plans with different options. Some people do work way better and get better results by having a strict meal plan, so they don't have to think about what they're doing each day. There's a lot of pressure actually calorie counting, because you have to constantly track it, use something like MyFitnessPal, keep on top of it, scan in your barcodes, and without some good education, yeah, you might find that you're eating foods that you like, but you don't feel healthy, you're not satiated, and you could be way hungrier.
Say you want to go have a Domino's large pizza tonight, and you know that you're going to have 1,800 calories of ham and pineapple, and your allowance for the day is 2,200, you know you're having a grenade carb killer, 2 skim lattes, and a chocolate rice cake, and then that's you done till dinner. Yeah, you get to have the pizza.
The example we gave in the video where he said you can have a Domino's pizza at night, but all you're eating is rice cakes during the day. Yep, that's an option in terms of overall calories. But when you're going to be starving during the day, 2, by the time you get to eat that meal, you might end up overeating because you're so hungry. 3, you haven't considered anything about nutrient timing, protein intake. So if you do want to build and keep muscle mass, that's going to be impacted because you haven't had a steady intake of protein throughout the day. Now, there doesn't need to be 6 meals, but generally people will have at least 3 solid meals a day. So a step up from calorie counting would be tracking macros, so protein, carbs, and fats, the amounts of which will be decided by the coach. Then it's up to the client to decide which foods they want to use to fill those quotas. That way you can line up the macros with the client's end goal. So for example, if you do want a muscular physique, you're going to have to take in quite a bit of protein. So it's all well and good saying, here's your 2,100 calories for the day, go and eat what you want, fill your boots, as long as you don't go over that limit. But if the client ends up only taking in 50 grams of protein a day and the rest are carbs and fats, they're not going to be keeping much muscle, and they're certainly not going to be building any new muscle. Now, I actually find that most of my clients want to work at the other end of the spectrum where they do have a solid meal plan. But this doesn't have to be chicken, rice and broccoli, far from it.
So many people, fitness, they sell their own meal plan. They're like, tuna for breakfast, Greek yogurt, have some chicken and broccoli for lunch, and they sell that to all their clients and just hope it will stick. But really, the clients aren't doing it.
I don't think I've ever programmed in chicken and broccoli for any client. I don't even eat that myself when I'm competing. This way I can ask the client what they like. What foods would you like to see in your diet? Do you want a couple of biscuits with a coffee in the morning? Where do you want your fat content to come from? Would you like peanut butter on toast with your breakfast, or would you rather have homemade burgers with cheese on for dinner? That way I can factor it all into the plan with foods that the client enjoys, but knowing that they're eating the right amounts each day. And it doesn't have to be boring. There can actually be a lot of options. Probably not going to see a lot of chicken and rice in my diets, but you probably will see pasta bakes, chilies, spaghetti bolognese, bagels, biscuits, fruit, nuts, whatever it is. I think ultimately, as long as they're foods that the client enjoys, there can be some middle ground between eating pizza and eating chicken and broccoli. And I think that middle ground is the perfect balance where you find the most results and the most enjoyability from the client as well. But hey, maybe I misinterpreted what James was saying. Like I said before, he's very popular, he seems like a good PT, he gets good results. So this isn't a bash on him at all, I'm just giving my own view as a personal trainer and online coach. And so when I use meal plans, no, it's not a con, and no, you're not getting the same thing as everyone else. It's all very specific. It's actually a lot easier for me to go, here are your allotted calories for the day, and I don't have to work out a custom meal plan for each client. So if that's the way you want to work, less work for me. If you do want to be coached by me and have your own custom training and diet plan, go to themusclearchitect.com. Follow me on Instagram at _musclearchitect. Like this video, subscribe to more, and I'll see you in the next one.